Somebody forgot the folder. Somebody forgot their assignment notebook.
Hola, ustedes. Today we're going to be talking about subjects and verbs. So I'm going to ask you to take out your notebook right now, your cuaderno, and open it to the apuntes section, which is the first section of your notebook. Go ahead and title that section Subjects and Verbs and Sentences. And we're going to talk about subjects and verbs in English first today. Number 1, please write this down. The subject is the noun, person, or thing that is doing something or being described. The verb is an action word like run or sing, or a word like am, is, or are that links the subject to a description. For example, Mrs. Mann is my teacher. Who is the subject? What is the verb? She is from Detroit. Who is the subject? What is the verb? So you should have had Mrs. Mann as the subject and is the verb. She is the subject, is the verb. Let's have some practice. Número uno, I am the greatest teacher in the world. Enrique Iglesias is a really talented man. Dora and Diego are very cute. Tico is from Costa Rica. My mom and I are totally awesome. All the students study Spanish every night. Should have had I as the subject, am is the verb. Enrique Iglesias is the subject, is the verb. Dora and Diego, subjects, are is the verb. Tico is the subject, is the verb. My mom and I are the subject, are is the verb. All the students is the subject, study is the verb. Now let's try that in Spanish. Please write down Spanish and English use nouns as subjects. Nouns can be replaced with pronouns. Juan es un compañero de clase. Who is the subject? What is the verb? Él es mi mejor amigo. Who is the subject? What is the verb? Número 3, you should have said Juan is the subject. Es is the verb. Él is the subject. Es is the verb. Let's get some practice. Número 1, Mercedes es mi mejor amiga. 2, Justin Bieber es un cantante. 3, tú eres de Costa Rica. 4, nosotros somos de Estados Unidos. ¿Ustedes son de Michigan? Yo soy de Cuba. Número 1, Mercedes is your subject. Es is your verb. Justin Bieber is your subject. Es is your verb. 2 is your subject. Eres is your verb. Nosotros is your subject. Somos is your verb. Ustedes is your subject. Son is your verb. Yo is your subject. And soy is your verb. Write this down. We can replace subjects with pronouns. What are pronouns? Please write down. Pronouns are words that replace nouns. The Spanish pronouns you'll need to copy down are yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas. Replace the subject with a pronoun. Paco es mi mejor amigo. You would replace Paco with número dos, María es mi mejor amiga. Número tres, Raúl es un compañero de clase. 4. El señor Van Hoven es mi profesor de ciencias. 5. Sofía es una compañera de clase. And 6. La señora Mann es mi profesora de español. In Paco, you would have replaced with él. Marisa would be ella. Raúl, él. El señor Van Hoven, él. Sofía, ella. And again, a lot of people look at la señora Mann and they want to use usted. However, remember that that's only if you're talking to me. In that case, in English, it would be you. But you're not saying you. You're actually saying Mrs. Mann is my Spanish teacher. So therefore, the pronoun would be ella. Now, there are some plural pronouns as well. Paco y Pedro son mis mejores amigos. Go ahead and replace Paco y Pedro with the plural pronoun. Marisa y Clara son mis mejores amigas. Look for the subject and replace it with a pronoun. Raúl y yo somos compañeros de clase. El señor Van Hoven y la señora Hake son profesores de ciencias. Sofía y tú sois compañeras de clase. Los estudiantes son de Cuba. Let's review. Paco y Pedro would be ellos. Marisa y Clara are ellas. Raúl y yo, nosotros. And again, even though some people would want to say that this is ustedes, we're not talking to them, we're talking about them. So el señor Van Hoven y la señora Hake would actually be ellos. Sofía y tú, we're talking to them. I know that because it says to and somebody else. That would be vosotros. And los estudiantes, because I'm saying the students are from Cuba, that would be they, which is ellos. Now remember, in Spanish, you may omit subject pronouns if it's clear who you're talking about. So you can leave out that subject pronoun if it is clear. For example, we know that the pronoun yo goes with soy. Therefore, I can leave out yo. So there I could say, yo soy señora Mann, or soy señora Mann. Also, we know that the pronoun nosotros goes with somos. Therefore, I can leave out nosotros. I could either say nosotros somos de Estados Unidos or somos de Estados Unidos. Both equally mean we are from the United States. So now I want you to just see if you can look at your verb and guess what the pronoun is.